What was it like being a teenager during the Great Depression?
You didn't have all this stuff like we have now. It was, people worked in fields and everything, and so it's not like it is now. Then they had shops, just about 2 shops, and there's Galvin's and Caldwell shop, and they had a cotton mill. We had a cotton mill down there in Valmead, and people worked at that. And then uptown, we had then all I could remember, Smithy's had a grocery store, and then I had Clark's had a grocery store down there in Valmead, about across from the cotton mill where people worked.
Mm-hmm.
And my daddy, he worked in a shop, and then at night he would had a clock he carried around his shoulder, and he had to go through the all night. He did night work too, and he had to go night till daylight through that Caldwell shop down there and go around and around. See nobody's turned up lumber and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see where else. Well, I do know that I had 2 stores down there in Valmead. It's Clark's grocery store, and then they was stationed down there across from it, and it just had a little service station.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. I had the church, Baptist church, down there. Went to the Baptist church, and right on up the road, and in a school when I was 26, but it was a long time for me. And let's see, and Valmead School was only school I knew, then. That's where I went when I got 6 years old. And let's see what else. Well, then they got movies, and then we would get to go to the State Theater uptown.
Mm-hmm.
The State Theater. We would go, and Mama would let us, me and Hoover, my brother, and we would walk from where I lived up on that hill,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd go to the State Theater, and all it cost you was 10 cents. That's fun, wasn't it? And my daddy, he didn't live, his name was Sam Sanders. 2 churches, and then we would go to down there and to that church, Baptist church, across from Valmead, and we would go play in the creek down at the mailboxes. We had to walk from our house down to the little mailboxes there in Valmead, and we used to go and wade in that creek with a bunch that lived right down below us. Let's see, and the other stuff they had, the mail carrier brought it, and we had a row of mailboxes down there, and we had to go all the way off that hill down to the highway to the mail. And well, me and Hoover, my brother, we would get to go to the State Theater, only one they had in Lenore then,
Mm-hmm.
and we would walk to the theater, on Saturday morning. All we had to have was 10 cents to go to the movies. And let's see, what else?
How did having 8 siblings affect you when you were younger? 7 brothers. Did you have any sisters?
No.
No? You were the only one?
It was all right. Yeah. It was good.
Like, how did it affect you growing up?
Me?
Yeah.
It was good. Places. Like uptown back then, because we had to walk uptown.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were cars, but not too many people around there had a car. And we had have a car. I mean, my brothers did. And my daddy died when I was 6 years old. And, let's see, in Hoover was a baby one there, and I wasn't there. And, let's see.
Any of your brothers after he passed?
That just, after he died, well, my brothers, there's about 3 of them was at home then. When he passed away, he had pneumonia. And, and so they all got married and drifted away. And it just me and my mom in Hoover. And, let's see. And after that, Hoover got married. And then that left me and my mom a living ourselves.
What was it like living during the wars? Did any of your brothers serve in the army?
Yeah.
Which ones?
I tell you, I had Willard. Willard was in field artillery. No, he was in Florida. Willard was, he's the old one. Arnie was in the Navy, that's the next oldest one. And Hoover was in the Air Force, and in Lee, the young, and he got, in Florida, he was in Navy down there, and he got killed down there. And, I mean, he is Air Force. He's in Air Force.
Did he?
Instead of Navy.
Did he actually see any fighting or anything? Or did he just help teach people?
Willard Arnie, he was in Florida at, I know, Willard was, he was a cook in what he was in. He was a cook in just military, yeah. And I guess I must have got them all, because I didn't have any sisters. It was all, just me and my mom was left at home when that war came, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What were your parents like?
My parents?
Yeah. What were your parents like?
They were good. My parents?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good. We went to church every Sunday. We were good. Oh yeah, we went to church every Sunday, and when she couldn't go, I always went with my daddy. He went every Sunday, and we'd go. Well, we had to walk. We would walk uptown, and there's a grocery store up there, right where the a stoplight is up there, where you turn out to go to Fremont, up through there. Mm-hmm. And we they would walk to up there, and the guy that had the store, and this one that boy helped him, he would bring the groceries to our house in a little pickup truck, because we couldn't carry groceries that far from there, uptown hill up there. And then, me and her were there, and we used to get to go to Avon Theater, and then the State Theater. But mostly, on a Saturday morning, her and I would go to the kitty show.
Who was your best friend when you were smaller? Like school friend
That I stayed around.
that you hanged out with?
Betty Church. She lived across the hill from me.
What
She
was
went to family school, and we went to church together. And yeah,
did you guys get into any trouble or anything like that?
never.
No, never.
Never did get no trouble. We walked to school, and all we did walk to Valmead School till we had to go to Happy Valley. And then we rode the bus to Happy Valley from the 7th grade at Valmead.
When you were growing up, who was your biggest role model?
Betty Church, I guess. Betty Church.
Yeah. What was school like when you were growing up?
Growing up,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I liked it. That was good. I left Valmead. I left for Valmead, and then went to Happy Valley. Then I left the 7th grade at Valmead and went to Happy Valley. And then there's the 8th grade up there. Then on up. I finished up there.
Like, what were some of the subjects in school then?
English and algebra and home ec. I took about everything, and history and algebra and history and algebra.
What did you learn in home ec?
Cooking and doing all kinds of stuff. Sewing. We had sewing. We had a room that took sewing. Yeah. And I took all that. After I left Valmead, I took all that subject at Happy Valley. And I graduated. And
What was your dances like? Did you dance? Did you have any dances or anything when you were in school?
at Happy Valley, we did up there. Yeah, we'd go up there if we had some kind of party up there in the gym, up there. And my brother would take me when we had something like that. Up and they always had their things going on, at Happy Valley. And my brothers would bring me, and then they would come back and get me, because I didn't have any sisters. We had a good time up there.
So, you won Miss Happy Valley, didn't you?
Yeah.
What was that like? How did it work?
There was, I had a big, long, rose-colored gown. My hair was curled, and we had that party that night, and they and then that night they give money. Everybody that came, would give money and see which girl would win the Miss Happy Valley. And so I won it. They had 2 things to put the money in at the door, where they had 2 doors open, and so they were giving money to see which one would win. And so I won Miss Happy Valley, too. I guess I was ugly, but that's what I won Miss Happy Valley. And she won about 5 before I did. She got 4 points before I did. That's what that. Actually, what else did I do? Well, all kind of stuff at Happy Valley.
You graduated from Happy Valley. What job did you get? Like, did you go get a job?
I'll tell you what I did. You know, a little store around down uptown, and it's right now where Smith's store used to be, and we had a soda shop, and I worked up there, and I fixed ice cream cones and sundaes and stuff like that. I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And then one time I worked at the hosiery mill in Lenore, and you did salts, anklets, you know, for OP Lutz, and he was on down in the middle of town, and then I could, they did hose, you know, men's hose and women's salt in hose, and I done that, put them on the salts on a board. You sit there for 8 hours and take them off, put them on like that. So I've done that. I've done a little bit of everything of working.
Out of those two, which one was your favorite? Out of those two jobs, which one was your favorite?
I like doing the hosiery the best. That's my first one. Besides the soda shop,
What was your favorite thing that used to be in Lenore but is not there anymore?
It's not there anymore. Go shop. It's a ladies' shop. I mean, there's several there. It's not. They're not there now. East store, it's not there now. And in Belts is not there now. It's up on another place.
How did you meet your husband?
His daddy had a cross tie. You know what that is, don't you? Cross tie that goes under railroad tracks, like that, you know. Mm-hmm. And so they used. My mom used to go up there. They sold milk and butter, and they bought that from them. Started to, and then I got Gray. I got acquainted with him at the mailbox, and then when it started, had that war, he had to go to the war, and so that's why I got acquainted with him. And he come home, and I forgot how long it was. Yeah.
Okay, so what was your wedding like?
I had wedding out at Lower Creek Church. We had a wedding out there at Lower Creek Church.
And how was it like? Is it like nowadays weddings, or what did you have at your wedding?
Yeah, we had a wedding and we had a dinner out there at that Lower Creek Church on the lower side. Yeah.
What? Is there a certain memory that you have that was pretty much your favorite moment that you ever had?
There was. I just guess whenever me and Ray got married, that's a memory. The best memory. That's it.
How was it? What was Lenore like during World War II? Like, did they have a lot of stuff missing? Were there rations of food or anything?
Yeah.
There were?
World
War II?
War, yeah.
Were there rations and like that, and how did that affect you?
Some stuff they did ration and some they did. I mean, food that they didn't, you know.
What was
at the stores. You're talking about the store?